Internet, my name is Hazel from Hazelnuttygames. It's almost Saturday, so let's do some vlog time. This week, it is December, something in December, and LFR opened up this most recent Tuesday, as well as Mythic raiding, so everybody's been having a good time kind of following all of the top Mythic guilds for their world first kills, even though I don't think that's really an achievement anymore. But, I mean, it's still something everybody wants to follow and watch, so that's been a lot of fun. A lot of people, or there's been a lot of streaming going on of these Mythic kills, and that's really cool to watch because Mythic is just, I mean, Mythic, or, you know, former Heroic of any brand new raid tier is always just a little bit bonkers because things tend to, you know, nobody's got all the gear yet, and it hasn't been nerfed yet, and hasn't really been properly tested yet, so, yeah, it's always fun to watch. And then, LFR opened up, so I was actually, for whatever reason, it had been so long since the last time we got an LFR wing, or like a new raid in LFR, that I'd forgotten they only open up one wing at a time. So this new LFR, Siege of Orgrimmar, Highmaul LFR, is actually tourist mode. Like, it is the easiest thing I've ever done in WoW. It's easier than running old raids because you have other people to keep you entertained while you're running between the bosses. It is, you would have to try really, really hard to die, which is good. Some people were kind of annoyed with it. I was a little weirded out by it at first, but then I realized we have 4 total raid difficulties. You've got LFR, normal, heroic, and then mythic. So I think it's okay for the easiest one to be actually just go in, see this, get it over with, and get your loot, because, you know, LFR is not something anybody really wants to spend a lot of time in, but it's important for it to exist for people that don't have aren't able to commit to a raiding schedule for them to see the raids, and, you know, just a nice thing to sort of burst through once a week and fill out any gear slots that you're missing pieces in. So, yeah, that's good. But like I said, I forgot that we were only getting 1 wing, so I went through and I did it on my druid, and then, you know, it's the first 3 bosses, and I did it, and I'm like, all right, next wing, I can do all this in one setting, this is great, and then I realized, nope, you can't. Not yet. So wing 2 is going to open next week, and I'm assuming they'll do, the 3rd one. It's, as far as I know, it's 3 bosses, and then 3 bosses, and then 1 boss. I believe Margok is going to be his own queue, and, so that's fine. That was fine, and then I have been doing normal. My guild this week cleared up to Margok. We did not clear Margok. We managed to see a couple phases of his fight, and then I'm assuming that next week we'll be able to get that done. And, yeah, that was really good. I've been going on my Shadow Priest. I've been trying my very best to learn how to do Shadow Priest as well as I can, and it's really confusing because there's a lot of it. Stat weights. Stat weights in particular are the thing that is boggling my brain right now, because for most classes, you know, you need X and then Y and then Z, or X and then Y until this point and then Z. Or some classes it'll switch depending on your talent or your spec. Maybe like a frost mage would need this and then this and then this, and then a fire mage would need something different. But generally, you know, it's pretty easy to figure out what you should be gemming and enchanting for. And in a Shadow Priest, if you're taking this talent and this talent, you want this. If you're taking this talent and this talent with this rotation, you want this. But you want, on a different fight, you want to switch your talents, and I don't want to switch gear between fights for the same spec. It's very silly, and because all the stats are pretty close, it's not like a really big problem. I just don't know what the right answer is. I want there to be a right thing for me to gem, for me to do as well as possible in all these fights without having to switch stuff, and I can't seem to find out what that is. So right now I'm rolling with multi-strike. I think I need to switch it up to either crit or mastery, but that's my thoughts on that. Also this week, I picked my warrior up at level 90, my prot warrior that I leveled a little while ago, and pushed that to 98, 99, something like that. I'm right in around there. And I've been doing that purely with tanking dungeons. I got her a little in, and I've been leveling just completely by tanking dungeons, because I went and tried to quest as a prot warrior, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna get to 100, get my glad stance, and then go back and do all this for the followers and the gear and the gold and the whatever. So yes, I have been enjoying Warrior Tank quite a lot, actually. I was really surprised, but it's good. I looked at the dungeons, checked out the dungeon journal, figured out what I needed to do, and tanked it, and it was great. And I love instant queues. Instant queues are best. And basically, I've been trying to do too many things at once in WoW. Like my Shadow Priest, she's set up to raid. We raid 2 nights a week. That's not a big deal, and it doesn't really take a whole lot of time investment, so she's just kind of managing her garrison. I've been leveling that warrior. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that once I get her to 100. Probably just do some heroics and maybe LFR. I got my Resto Druid all geared up, and I was pugging Highmaul normals with her. But I think I need to lay off that for a few weeks because I've just got too much going on, and Highmaul pugs. And Kargath is fine. Butcher is okay if you can get a decent group, but once you get to like Brackenspore and Tectus, and it just all falls apart horribly. So probably gonna leave the Druid alone for a little bit, especially because I've been having to heal on my Priest. In a couple fights with my guild progressing through Highmaul, we needed a third healer, and we needed just somebody to switch over, and I have a bit of gear with Spirit on it, and I was able to switch over to Holy and actually keep up on the meters, which felt really good. Also, we did every fight that I had to switch, we downed all of it. I'm not sure if that says a bad thing about me as a Shadow Priest or a good thing about me as a healer, but you know what? We cleared the fights. So yeah, I'll leave that alone, and then I've been leveling my Hunter for PvP purposes. PvP purposes. Porpoises? Purposes. Porpoise is the sea animal. Yeah, my Hunter's up to like 97, and I really want to get that to 100 so I can dive into Battlegrounds and Arena and Ashran and like everything. I'm really excited about that, but too many things going on at once. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay off my Priest a little bit, lay off my Druid, forget about doing all the daily inquests. I've stopped doing all of my mining every day on all of my different garrisons because it's just too much to do it every day on 6 alts. And then yeah, just one thing at a time. I also have an itty bitty level 30 mage that I hop on and then just like tune out everybody in quest whenever, you know, it's just all too much and I just want to do something not important and really cute. That's that. This week I actually received a Christmas gift from one of you. One of you actually bought me the Telltale. Man, words are hard today. The Telltale Game of Thrones game, the one that I was talking about last week, wanting to do a Let's Play of, but couldn't afford it quite yet. One of you gifted that to me, which was super sweet. Didn't need to do that, but I will be able to, I've got that now, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that next week, I think. I'm gonna try and manage my time a little better and get that first episode played next week so I can start uploading some videos. And I can't wait. It looks really good. I can't wait to see sort of what direction they go with it. So thank you for that. Nobody feel like you need to get me anything. That's absolutely not necessary, but it was very sweet. All right. Somebody asked a quick question. Mentioned Creminius. What spells should I have on his bars for just an overall battle? Howl and Surge of Power is a general combo I go with on Creminius. Howl increases the damage of his next attack by 100%. And then Surge of Power obviously just hits like a truck to begin with. And then once you've 100% buffed it, it hits like a really big truck. He does have to recharge after that, so it's best used for one-shotting stuff. Any pet that is a big problem that does not have the boss buff that a boss pet cannot be reduced below, I think it's 35% health in one hit. They have like the magic racial or something like that. So any pet that you need to get rid of real fast that isn't a boss pet can generally be annihilated by Howl Surge of Power, and I use it in quite a few things. As I'm kind of learning the battle pet roundup, like the garrison encounters, I'm using him in quite a few of those. So that's it. And then his first move will be either Arcane Explosion or the other one, I forget, depending on if he needs to damage backline pets or not. So that's that. If any of you have any questions you would like answered on a future Saturday vlog, there we go, those are the words, just leave them as a comment on the most recent Saturday vlog, and yeah, let me know what you think, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!